Sales. That's a good one. We're always interested in sales and money, and because really that's one of our core things, isn't it? Making more money, because if we don't have enough money, we don't have a business. So the way what we generally think is, I need my clients and no. The thing to figure out first is, where are your sales coming from? And let's take even a step back before that. Where are your prospects coming from? And so you can see that this kind of all ties in with knowing who your clients are, understanding the type of marketing that you're doing. But you need to track. You need to understand two things: where your prospects are coming from, which are essentially people who might come and buy from you, versus the actual sales. Where are these people coming from? How do you get these sales? And you need to understand this, because this then allows you to direct your time and energy into the particular areas in your business. So that leads me into the next step, which are systems. You must have systems. You must have all your back end sorted. Now, how are you going? Do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants? And a lot of your information's in your head. Certainly if you're a one-man band, it's so easy to fall into this trap. And I know, I did it. It's just like, oh, things are just happening and I'll just keep plowing along and it'll be all right, until you fall over. And this can really hit hard. And it's a real struggle. It's kind of like, first, what do I do first? Do I do this first, or do I that first? The best thing to do is, if there's a particular way that you do things, get it written down, write it down, or track it somehow so that it can be redone. Because the worst thing for you is just doing things over and over again if you don't have systems set up. So it's like your sales, prospects, getting systems that identify where your people are coming. And like, for example, what sort of campaigns are you running? Marketing campaigns like, do you do Facebook? Do you do the internet? Are you out there in the yellow pages? Are you in the local newspaper? What is your campaign? And how are you getting people in from that? And are you getting prospects? And are you getting sales from that? You need to know all of this. And so you need a system on how you do things, and you need a system how to track things, and a system on knowing where this money's coming from. And then, of course, then there's the next system of, your accounting system. So these are all the administrative tasks that really must be done. And if you've got systems in place, it really makes it so much easier, which leads me to the next step: time. This is the biggest killer in all small businesses, because it's something that we can't get back no matter what. I mean, we can get more money in, or we can, buy more product, or we can get this, or we can get that, but we cannot get time. Once it's gone, it is gone, and it's finite. There is only a certain amount of time in one day. And we as small business owners, especially ones that are sort of doing so much, I'm the marketer and I'm the salesperson and I'm the administrator and I'm the accountant person and blah, 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 blah. When you are that and all the hats, it is so easy to just struggle with time. Now, I'm not going to start fluffing around with time management. That's all crap, because we need time. So the first thing to think about, I talk about the 3 Ds. Write everything down that you do in your day or week, or however you want to do it. And just write whether you can delegate it, whether you can delete it, or whether you do it. And write those things down. And when you're thinking about the delegating, you're thinking, well, hey, what if I don't have any staff? Okay. So the first things first, you need to question, how much do you value your time? What kind of monetary value do you put on your time? How much are you worth? So that's what you need to question. So let's take, for example, administrative person. Say you wanted to employ an administrative person full-time. Now, I know this is a scary thought, especially for a lot of small business owners that don't have any staff currently, because you're kind of thinking, how can I employ someone who's not actually doing something for the business that's earning an income that will allow me to afford their income? And I know this is a scary thought. So we'll take it as an example and give you an idea. Chunk it right down so it makes it a little bit easier to kind of grasp and get your head around. So let's say, for example, a full-time admin person would be around about 50K a year, for an example. Now, that's a lot of money, and you kind of think, well, that's certainly not something that I can afford. So let's say you employed someone and your thought process is, I'm going to bring them on for 3 months and see how that goes, and just set it for that. I'm going to give it a 3-month trial. So then that sort of, my maths is no good, and I won't apologise for that because I'll never pretend to be a mathematician. I think it's 3 months, about 12,000K, right? For example. And we've got that person. So, you kind of think, well, 12K, can my business, that might hurt if I lost that, if that person went out after 3 months. That might hurt if I lost that. But really, it's not going to pull me right under. So then that makes you kind of look at things differently. Now, bearing in mind, that's a full-time position. So you might be able to say, hey, this person might be able to come in for part-time, maybe 2 days a week. So then that brings that costs right down. So then you start looking at this money and making and realizing that it's not as bad as it seems in the initial sense of, oh my goodness, I just cannot afford that. The other thing to think of is of course you need to get an effective person. You need to get the right person who can do that job, the one that can, do the systems and write up the systems for you and do all the administrative stuff. They need to be someone. Now, if you're not that person, you need to find someone that's opposite to you. Don't go out and find someone that's like you, because then you'll just have a business that's plodding along, not having systems and things in place. So if you're not one that likes doing that, then get the opposite to you. That's a really key tip there. So the key there is, going back to valuing your time, is all the jobs that they can do, how much time how much time do you spend on doing it, and how much would that cost you, the business? Because that's time away from you doing other things, like perhaps getting money in. So these are the things that you need to weigh up, and this is essential. And so delegate your time. Now, obviously, if you don't have staff, there's things like bookkeeping and counting. This can be all outsourced. Now, if you're a one-man band and your office is at home or something like that, or maybe even if you have another office and you're still doing the cleaning, again, how much monetary value do you place on your time? And if you can get someone in to do these tasks for you, then that frees your time up. So it's about actually not time management, because there is only a finite amount of time. It's about doing the essential things with that time that will allow you to get more money into your business. That's the way to think. Now, I'm up to the 6th step. How are you going with that? I really hope that you're able to apply at least 1 or 2 of these things. If you can apply all 6, great. It's going to propel you even further. However, if you do not apply the next step, this is the killer. If you don't do this, none of this is going to work. I guarantee you that. The next step is simply taking action. I guarantee if you don't do anything, simple, it's not going to get done. Now, a surefire way of getting stuff done is just going and doing it. Now, I know I have perfect procrastination strategies, how to do something else when I really want to be doing something else. ask me, I can give them to you countless. I can give you pages and pages of how not to do things. I tell you right now, you must do it. If you don't do it, it's not going to happen. Simple. I mean, we know that. It's just a matter of actually applying it. So I really hope that you've enjoyed those 7 steps. Please give me feedback, make comments, send emails. And if you want any more information, please make contact. And if you want all of those in paper form, and I'm more than happy to send that out to you as well, and kind of give you a bit of a checklist and help you move you forward, because really that's all I'm about. I really hope it has helped. But remember, first and foremost, your purpose. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there because you don't even know where you're going. And then all the other things in between are only as important as actually doing them. So go out, get some stuff done, and I really hope that this does propel you. I guarantee if you apply all of these, it will propel you forward, and it will help you step up a little bit and stand up above the others and make you perhaps a bit more of a known commodity in your world. So good luck with all of that, and I have really enjoyed sharing this with you and hope to see you again, as I know that I can provide more information. Okay, thanks again. See you next time. Bye.